I will be introducing the Fentanyl Dealers Accountability Act. These are the facts. We have found a huge loophole in law in the state of California that is letting fentanyl dealers free. Instead of being charged for a felony, they get a misdemeanor, they're out on the street, back in the schools, and dealing. How has this happened? Well, first of all, we all know the dangers of fentanyls. We know the dangers of overdose, even on school campuses. The loophole is this, that it is sending dangerous drug dealers and suppliers right back onto the street. Why? Under California law, the penalties for these dealers are currently based on the weight of the drug. If I had a beaker in this hand and a beaker in this hand, the amount of heroin that would kill people would be about this much in the beaker. The amount of fentanyl in this beaker would be like grains of salt. Because so little fentanyl that weighs so little can do so much damage, the best our district attorneys can do is to cite them for a misdemeanor and they're out on the streets. We're going to change that. So there will be, in fact, a new standard for fentanyl that will, in fact, turn a small bit into a felony. In Fresno, California, our district attorney has been faced with a lot of cases of fentanyl. Recently, our district attorney arrested a dealer with over 1,100 pills. The fentanyl weight of those pills were so much underneath the felony weight of heroin that individual was cited out on a misdemeanor and is back on the streets. We're going to end that with the Fentanyl Dealers Accountability Act. This will be targeted to the dealers and their suppliers by reducing the weight that kicks in the charge that is a felony. This is an absolute common sense public safety bill that I will be introducing shortly. There is no reason under God's heaven that every Republican and every Democrat in this building should vote for this bill. To vote against this bill is to take sides with the fentanyl dealers, knowing full well that if you reduced the weight limit, you would capture them as felons and they would be put in prison. To do nothing or vote against it would be to keep these fentanyl dealers going through the revolving door that is the so-called criminal justice system in the state of California. The Fentanyl Dealers Accountability Act, it has a number of new members and returning members who will be co-authors. I do believe that this will attract some Democrat votes and some Democrat co-authorships. It should. I'd be surprised and startled if it didn't. The loophole's going to get closed, and finally we're going to be able to hold these dealers accountable with felonies, not merely misdemeanors, and a revolving door out of jail. Thank you.